Most people believe their skin problems are obvious. They blame genetics, they blame hormones, they blame stress. They look in the mirror, see dullness, breakouts, uneven tone, fine lines, and assume it is simply bad luck or aging doing what aging does. But what if the real damage is happening quietly, every single day, through habits so normal they feel harmless? What if the glow you are chasing is not blocked by something dramatic, but by small decisions repeated without awareness? Skin is not just a surface. It is a living organ, the largest in the human body, constantly rebuilding, repairing, and defending. The outermost layer, the epidermis, renews itself roughly every month. Beneath it, collagen and elastin form a structural network that keeps the face firm and resilient. Blood vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients. Oil glands produce sebum to protect and lubricate. Immune cells respond to injury and infection. It is dynamic, responsive, and deeply connected to everything happening inside the body. And that is precisely why subtle, daily behaviors can quietly undermine it. The first silent destroyer is chronic sleep deprivation. Not one late night, not a single week of poor rest, but the pattern. Dermatology research has shown that insufficient sleep impairs the skin's barrier function and slows recovery from environmental stressors. During deep sleep, growth hormone supports tissue repair. Blood flow to the skin increases, delivering nutrients and oxygen. When sleep is consistently shortened, cortisol levels remain elevated. Collagen production may decline. Dark circles become more prominent as blood vessels under thin under-eye skin dilate. The complexion appears dull because cellular turnover slows. Over time, this is not just about looking tired. It is about disrupting the nightly repair cycle that keeps skin resilient. The second destroyer is unprotected sun exposure. Not just sunburns at the beach, but everyday ultraviolet radiation. Dermatologists widely agree that ultraviolet A and B rays are major contributors to premature aging, a process known as photoaging. UVA penetrates deeply, breaking down collagen and elastin. UVB damages the outer layers and can cause burns. Even on cloudy days, even during short commutes, cumulative exposure adds up. Fine lines, uneven pigmentation, rough texture, and loss of firmness often trace back to years of unprotected sun. Sunscreen is not about fear. It is about preserving the structural proteins that keep skin smooth and strong. Evidence consistently shows that daily broad-spectrum protection reduces signs of aging and lowers the risk of skin cancer. The third destroyer hides in something marketed as self-care, over-cleansing, and harsh products. Many people assume that if a cleanser leaves the skin feeling tight and squeaky clean, it must be working. In reality, that tightness often signals a disrupted skin barrier. The outer layer of skin relies on a delicate balance of lipids and natural moisturizing factors to retain water and block irritants. Stripping away too much oil can trigger increased sebum production as the body attempts to compensate. It can also lead to redness, flaking, and sensitivity. Dermatological guidelines emphasize gentle cleansing, especially for those prone to acne or irritation. Clean does not mean aggressive. Healthy skin is balanced, not stripped. The fourth destroyer is chronic psychological stress. This is not motivational rhetoric. Stress activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, increasing cortisol. Elevated cortisol influences oil production and inflammation. Inflammatory skin conditions such as acne, eczema, and psoriasis are known to flare during stressful periods. Stress also disrupts sleep, appetite, and lifestyle habits, creating a cascade effect. Over time, chronic stress may contribute to collagen breakdown and impaired wound healing. The face reflects internal tension in subtle ways. Tightened jaw muscles, furrowed brows, dull tone. Managing stress is not cosmetic vanity. It is physiological protection. The fifth destroyer is dehydration, both internal and external. While drinking water alone does not magically transform skin, adequate hydration supports circulation and cellular function. Severe dehydration can reduce skin elasticity and make fine lines more noticeable. Externally, a lack of moisturizing allows transepidermal water loss to increase, weakening the barrier. Modern indoor environments with air conditioning and heating pull moisture from the air. Without replenishment, skin becomes dry, irritated, and more reactive. Dermatologists often emphasize using moisturizers that contain humectants, emollients, and occlusives to support barrier integrity. It is not about shine, it is about structural stability. The sixth destroyer sits on the plate. Diets high in refined sugars and ultra-processed foods may contribute to glycation, a process where excess sugar molecules bind to proteins like collagen and elastin, making them stiffer and less flexible. Research suggests that high glycemic diets can worsen acne in some individuals by influencing insulin and androgen levels, which in turn increase oil production. While nutrition science is complex and individual responses vary, evidence supports the idea that balanced diets rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats provide antioxidants and micronutrients that support skin health. Vitamin C is involved in collagen synthesis. Omega-3 fatty acids may help regulate inflammation. What is eaten does not just affect weight or energy. It influences the structural and inflammatory environment of the skin. The seventh destroyer is smoking and exposure to environmental pollutants. Tobacco smoke contains thousands of chemicals, many of which generate oxidative stress. Studies consistently show that smoking accelerates wrinkling and impairs wound healing. It constricts blood vessels, reducing oxygen delivery. It also increases matrix metalloproteinases, enzymes that break down collagen. Air pollution, particularly particulate matter, has been linked in emerging research to hyperpigmentation and accelerated aging. While not all exposure is avoidable, minimizing smoke exposure and cleansing gently at the end of the day can reduce accumulation of pollutants on the skin's surface. The eighth destroyer is sedentary living. Exercise is often discussed in terms of muscle and fat loss, but its relationship with skin is less obvious. Regular physical activity improves circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. It can help regulate insulin sensitivity and reduce systemic inflammation. Some research suggests that moderate exercise may positively influence skin structure, potentially slowing certain aspects of aging, though more studies are needed. What is clear is that a sedentary lifestyle contributes to metabolic dysfunction, which indirectly affects skin health. Movement is not only sculpting the body, it is feeding the skin from within. The ninth destroyer is inconsistent skincare routines, driven by trends rather than evidence. Constantly switching products, layering too many active ingredients, or combining exfoliating acids with retinoids without guidance can irritate the skin barrier. Retinoids, supported by strong clinical evidence, can improve acne and reduce signs of aging when used appropriately. Chemical exfoliants can enhance texture, but more is not better. Overuse can lead to inflammation, which paradoxically accelerates aging. Dermatologists often stress consistency over complexity. A simple routine maintained over months is more effective than a chaotic one changed weekly. The 10th destroyer is neglecting overall metabolic health. Conditions such as insulin resistance, hormonal imbalances, and chronic inflammation can manifest in the skin. Persistent adult acne, unusual pigmentation changes, or excessive dryness may sometimes reflect internal imbalances. Sleep, diet, resistance training, and sunlight exposure, in moderate safe amounts, all influence endocrine function. Testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, and growth hormone interact with skin thickness, oil production, and collagen synthesis. While hormones are complex and individualized, lifestyle factors undeniably shape their balance. The glow up is a reflection of alignment, not perfection. Remove what harms, support what heals, and repeat consistently. Over time, biology responds, skin clears, energy steadies, posture relaxes, confidence rises. True transformation is cumulative, quiet, and inevitable when awareness guides daily choices, turning habits into identity and skin into a mirror of health.